Nice to be here. I'm not sure if anyone saw my message. Alison did. She might pop in here very shortly, but if not, then that's okay. I'll just do it by myself. But I just thought I would pop on. Helen gave us another challenge over the weekend to do a neutrals card, like browns and creams and stuff, so vanillas. So I thought I would give that a go. Hope everyone's had a really nice day. It's been lovely here. The sun's been shining, well, till late afternoon the sun was shining, and we did the housework and had the house wide open and lots of fresh air flying through. So hi Alison, I'm glad that you were keen to do some crafting tonight, or even if you're just watching along. I didn't put any materials because this one's going to be just a fly by the seat of my pants. Actually, I've got some bits of cardstock here that I'm going to make a card with, and a couple of stamp sets that I want to use. So hopefully it turns out to be something that I can post in the competition for Helen. All right, thank you. And so once you're here, if you're popping in to say hi, we are just going to do a card, just a standard layout tonight, with some, I've got, I'll just flip you around so you can have a look. I've got some, that is crumb cake, vanilla, early espresso, and I've got a little bit of soft suede there that I might use as well. So I'll pop you in the cradle and get you all in the right place. Hopefully that's all right, and get going on this. So the light in the right place, and the camera in the right place. It just looks really shadowy. Hi Laura, nice to have you watching. Oh, nice and big on your TV, Alison. That's a little bit of a scary thought that I'm that big on your screen. Right, let me just get some. So I'm not very organised for this live tonight. Sorry about that, ladies, but hopefully we'll get something going. So I've got a bit of early espresso, which I'm going to use as my card base, and I'm just going to fold that in half. Quite nice having a challenge to do something a little bit different. Been kind of thinking about it all weekend and trying to think of what would be good to do. So sometimes the best cards are the least thought out ones. So I've got a couple of bits of vanilla and a couple of bits of what is that colour? Crumb cake in there, and I've got some strips of crumb cake that I might pull out just to use as well. I've got some I've got a couple of stamp sets. Love of Leaves and Very Versailles are I feel like there's something over the camera. Can you tell me if that's fuzzy? It might be I might just move you off there so that I can have a look. Yes, it is fuzzy. Sorry about that, ladies. There we go. That's better. How's that? That's much better. All right, so Very Versailles and Love of Leaves. And then I've also got these two, Tasteful Touches and In Your Words, which is the celebration one, which has got some nice sentiments in it. I've also pulled out the embossing folder called Time Worn Type, which is kind of like it's got like a texture on it, and then it's got some typing, writing, and then some bits that have kind of, aged. So I think that might be quite effective. Oh, good, that's better. Yay. All right, so I haven't used this stamp set for a long time, so I thought it would be quite nice to give this a go. And I'm going to tap some of these. And maybe that one. And maybe let's just use all of them. Let's swap that one over. And just really to create a little bit of a background, I think, with these stamps, I've got crumb cake and soft suede, I think, which we'll use today. So I'm starting off with the lightest colour, which is crumb cake. Let's move that, make sure you can see it. I've got the light reflecting on my phone, so hopefully, is that better? Better angle. And so I'm just going to create some my piece here that I've got is just a standard card front piece that we would normally use for our designs or our creations. So that is 3 3/4 by 5.5, and then we might go a little bit darker with some of them. Oops, card stuck to my block. I'm kind of wanting to it's not a lot different, that is it, but that's alright. You can see it see the difference in tone a little bit better actually on the camera than what it looks like from where I'm sitting. So that is my background. I think I'm going to just leave it as that for now, and then I'm just going to pop out for a sec. I'm going to pop this through the embossing folder. My big cut emboss machine is too big to fit on the desk underneath my phone, so I'm just going to pop that in there like that, just if you're using one of our embossing folders, to get the right texture and stuff on it. If you have your Stampin' Up logo facing up to you when you put it through the embossing machine, it will give you that the effect that you want. Okay, so I don't feel like that's done much, but then it hasn't. So ladies, this is one of the 3D embossing ones, so you need, in the new machine it's a grey one, but in the big shop it's the blue plate. So just one plate to give you that. So I don't know if you can see that. Kind of just gives it a little bit of texture. So if we pop that onto our base, might trim that down just a little bit. So that there, like so, and then that's our, then I kind of had a thought of doing a little bit of a, I want to kind of do a bit of, I'm running out of space here, this is not good. I wanted to do that in those. No, change my mind. I was going to use Very Versailles, but I'm going to use the Tasteful Textures, and I'm going to use this little square dotty one. Clean that after. And maybe cut that down a little bit. So So I've just brought in my trimmer, ladies. Sorry, I'm just going to trim that down to about 1.5. And I have a smaller piece that I was going to use as well, which is, I'm going to cut down to about 1. I might do 1.25 actually. And then just to bring in a bit of a different colour, I'm going to put in some crumb cake. That was 1. That's 1.25, so 1.5 for that. So I've got, just to show you what I'm doing here, I've got a piece there that looks like that. I've got another piece of vanilla here that I'm going to get a piece of crumb cake to put over the top. It's always the way, isn't it? When you want a piece, you haven't got one the size that you want. There we go. So that piece there is the perfect width there. And then I will make that 2 3/4. So that's my other piece there. Just move that out of the way. And there's some ribbon there. Alright, so my head is kind of going, what? So what I've got here is I've got a piece of very vanilla and a piece of crumb cake, just lay it up. This is, what did I say, 2.5, and that's about 3, I think it is. No, it's just a bit smaller than the card front. So I'm going to pop that in there, and I'm going, this one is just a little bit smaller, and I feel like I want to pop that on there like that. I'm going to use this little stamp here, and I want to use this little design here. So I'm going to take that off, take my stamp off so I can clean it after. So you don't need to see me sitting there watching me clean a stamp. You know how to do that. So this one I'm going to stamp here, and I'm going to go like this way down. That's horizontally. That's like really bad English, this way. So I'm going to go horizontally with that one, and I'm going to stamp off. I'm using crumb cake, but I want, no, that's not working. So I'm just going to stamp straight on like so, and then just put that there to dry a bit. You can't really see that very much, but that's okay. It's there, and it's just to give a bit of interest. And this one here, I'm going a bit darker, and I'm just going to go in a bit of a diagonal. That way to fill the gap up. So just turning my stamp around just to fill in the gaps that I've got there. Like that. Pop that out of the way. And so I'm also thinking I might bring in a little bit of ribbon. So I've got that on there like that, which I don't know, you can't really see very well, but there we go, my phone's focusing a bit better. And then this one on top of here, like so. And it does mean we're covering some of our leaves, but that's okay. That's all right. I might am putting that like that, and a piece there like that. And I want just a little sentiment. I've just put my hand in the stamp pad. That's real clever. I liked this. I hope this card makes you smile. So I'm going to use that. And I might actually, I've got some early espresso. which is the darkest of the browns that we've got, which is actually the same as the base. So I'm actually going to stamp that on here. So I'll take that off there, pop it down here. And then I'm just going to pop that right on the, oh, isn't that good measuring, Kelley? Hope this card makes you smile. So now I've got my pieces here, and then I'm going to pop that on there like so. This is going to go on here. I'm thinking that I can probably pop some, no. Alright, so like so, and then I'm going to have this here, and I'm going to pop this up about there. Sorry, I've moved it out of camera. Hi Heather. Yes, you should be able to see it again later. It'll just save to the to my Facebook page, and you'll be able to go and have a look at it as soon as, well, pretty much soon after I've finished here. So that's where I'm at the moment. So it was an impromptu one, Heather. I didn't get myself organised enough, pretty much, to do it. So I've also been cutting up the Blackberry Bliss Amphora card kits, and have been using this lovely ribbon. And so it was sitting on my desk, and I thought, actually, that would be quite nice on here. So if I was to put that on there like so, I think that actually gives it a little bit of something. So I'm going to pop that onto the back with some glue dots. Find my glue dots. Glue dots, I think, are the best thing for ribbon, because they don't have too much. Hi, Catherine. Thank you for joining us again. Like I just said to Heather, it was an impromptu, unplanned one, but I thought it would be quite nice if people were around to be able to do it. I might turn that this way. Yep, I think that's going to look better. Right, so does that make a difference with my embossing? Nah, not really. Okay, I'm just going to pop that. So I just pop a glue dot on the end of the ribbon, pop it around the side, bring it across, and I actually put some glue dots kind of in the center, hopefully centerish. Yep, there it is. So that just holds it in place on the front while I fiddle around and get it in the right place on the back, like so. And then just trim that off. There we go. That just gives it a little bit of something interesting. So I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. I like to use dimensionals for the layering if it is embossed, because then you don't press down too hard and sort of lose the embossed effect when you kind of do when you add glue to it, because you want it to really stick down. So yeah, and obviously it's going to have a few layers on it, so I want it to stick down quite nicely, so I don't want anything to fall off. Sorry, I'm just going to have a look. Hi, Andrea. Whoops. Just going to make sure my computer's muted so I can watch along and see any comments if they come up, which they don't seem to be. Whoopsie. Oh, there we go. I've got the comments now. Yay. It's only taken, what, 4 lives for me to be able to do that while I'm actually talking to you guys. So, hope you've had a lovely weekend, everybody, and you've if you're having to go back to work, or if you had to work on the weekend, that you'll all have a chance to either rest or are rested, ready to start. And I'm sure everyone outside of Auckland is happy that they will be going out of lockdown shortly. And those of us in Auckland will just have to grin and bear it a little bit longer. I have to say, I quite like being at home. I don't like, I like being here and just in our own little space. And, yeah, glue. Alrighty. So, glue on the back of this. Oops. That's what happens when you lay glue down. It runs out, or it has a little bit of a fit coming back together. The trick with our Tombow glue is also not to put it right up to the edges. It's to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room with it. And, oh, that's clever, Cal. Oh, no, there it is. Give a little bit of wiggle room. But if you put it too far out, it oozes out. And then because our Tombow glue, this one here, is actually, it's called a multi-purpose glue because if you leave it to set, it actually is repositionable. So you can kind of like that whole post-it note kind of glue, but you have to leave it so that it goes tacky once you do that. Or if you leave it on the edge of something, it stays sticky for a long time. I wonder if that's a better look. No, we'll go that way. Okay, I'm going to pop a bow there as well, I think. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm just going to do a quick bow or a knot. Might do. Quick bow. If I don't do it too tight, I'll be able to move it along. And I find doing my bows upside down best because they kind of work themselves back around the other way, which is interesting how that works, but that's how I found that the best way to do that. I'm sure everyone's got ways that work for them. Yeah, but I just find it's easier upside down, so that when I turn it around the right way, it sits really nicely for me there. And I might just pop a glue dot under the knot there, actually once I've decided where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals. Keep moving it out of the camera frame, sorry ladies. One in the middle there. Now that I've got a glue dot on my pokey thing, I can't use it to take my dimensionals off. So I'm going to pop that on there, kind of about the same distance there from the bottom that it is on the side. Tuck it so that I don't stick the bow down. And then I can tighten my bow and just put a little, I don't know if you can see that, put a little glue dot on the back of it. So then that'll hold that in place and it won't keep slipping around. Alright, so I'm going to put that there. Excuse me. And I'm going to put half glue, because that's already up on dimensionals. It'll go kind of a bit lopsided. So half glue, and on the other half at the top I'm going to put some dimensionals. And pop that there like that. So your glue bit is going to be on the part that's already dimensional down, and then your dimensionals will just help keep it flush. So I don't know if you can see that there. See how it's raised the same height as that front piece. That's better. Okay, so that gives you that. And then I think that is the card finished. Maybe a little bit of I need some sparkle. So let's get some. Let's go with some champagne. Champagne gems. These are pretty. I'm just kind of random. As random as you can be. I know. You're kind of like, oh, but how many is that? 4. 1 in there. Is that enough? Let's put one up here and another one down there. Alright, so I think that is my card finished. Yay! Done. So that was all a good, I don't know, 20 minutes, I suppose. Just, and those of you who didn't see from the beginning, I hadn't cut anything, so I was cutting as I was going. Yeah, so just a little quick card for a neutral challenge using browns and creams. Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? We tend to not use the. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, I tend to not use the browns and stuff. Although I do love early espresso, and crumb cake, but I don't tend to use them for women's cards. I tend to use them for men's cards. So, actually doing it as a ladies or a bit more of a feminine card with the ribbon and the gems. Obviously, you could make that a men's card just by changing up some of the bits and pieces. But yeah, so it's not a card that I or a colorway that I generally kind of go for yeah, a female's card. So I hope you like that. If you are tempted to use the neutrals of vanilla or brown or any of the browns, crumb cake, early espresso, soft suede, and vanilla in any of those, if you want to make a card and post it up, I'll do a prize draw. I put that I would do a draw for what card did we do the other day? Oh, the napkin fold card. I also said that I would do a draw for the emboss one, the emboss resist. So I will, I'll turn you around and talk to you instead of just talking to my hands. So I said that I would do a draw for those, and I will do that tomorrow night. I will kind of aim for about 6:30, a little bit earlier than normal, but I won't do any crafting. I'll just pop on and I'll have the wheels up so that I can draw the names. So if you have entered into either of those, then thank you very much, and I will do a spinny wheel so that we can see who the winner is, and then get in touch with you, or you can get in touch with me if you are the winner. Also, I'd like to say thank you and congratulations to Heather. She posted up one of the Pinwheel Tower cards, and so I will organise a little prize for you as well, Heather. Thank you very much for doing that. Yeah, so if you have anything, the napkin fold card, I think I said tonight, I said 6, but you know what, I'm not going to do anything with it till tomorrow. So if you do it, as long as it shows up as being Sunday, then I'll put your name in the draw on Monday, and then we'll do a quick draw about 6:30 on Monday evening. Okay, I envisage that'll be about maybe 10 minutes. So, but it'll be just a check-in, and then we can, anyone who's there and wants to do more stamping this week, then we can organise another night. Okay, well, stay safe in your bubbles. Those of you outside of Auckland, only a couple more days for you. those of us in Auckland find out how much longer tomorrow afternoon, so hopefully not too much longer, but like I said before, I'm quite happy at home in my little bubble. I've been enjoying doing this crafting and sharing that with you and seeing what amazing creations you guys are making. It's been really awesome. So thank you very much for joining me. I know it was a little bit late and it was very short notice. So thank you very much for popping on, and I will see you all tomorrow at 6:30. All right, see you later.